Okay, so here we're looking at slopes of lines. Slope is basically rise over run. So how quickly you're going up, how quickly going down. And we do that by simply doing a change in y over change in x. And usually the mistakes made here that I see a lot of people make are losing in a negative or subtracting incorrectly or doing y2 minus x1. It depends on what the mistakes are, but generally that's the mistake is going to be messing up the negatives and the positives and then getting the fraction wrong. So for slope, we have to do change in y over change in x. So we're going to be subtracting. So any kind of change is generally going to be subtraction of math. So the 2 points on the line, 0, 50, and 30, 70, they just chose 2. Well, then we got to do y2 minus y1, so 70 minus 50 over x2 over x1, so 30 minus 0. So that's going to be 20 over 30, which simplifies to 2/3. So the slope in that case is 2/3. So looking at this, they want to know what is the slope of this. So I'm going to find 2 points on here. 2 points on here would be, for example, 80, 90. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and make sure I put that in here. So 80, 90. Put this into a little chart because it's easier for me to keep track of. So 80, 90. And then I look for another corner. In this case, I've got 20, 50. And then what I just have to do is just do y2 minus y1. So y2 is 50, y1 is 90. And then I do x2 minus x1, so 20 minus 80. If I do that, I get negative 40, and I get negative 60. So if I do y over x, that's going to be negative 40 over negative 60. Which then goes to, technically, because it's negative divided by a negative, it becomes a positive, which is 40 over 60, which if I reduce it by dividing top and bottom by 10, then that becomes 4, 6. And again, you have a calculator that can do this for the most part. Divide top and bottom by 2, that's 2/3. So my slope in this case would be 2/3. So I'm just going to write it again with that forward slash. Looking at the graph, I showed you how to do it on paper. Now I'm going to do some of it in my head. Again, this is a positive slope. So in this case, again, I'm looking for anything that's at a corner. So it looks like I got 50, 30, and I've got 20, 10. So if I do that, so 50, 30, so 30 is my y2, and my y1 is going to be 10. So that would be a change of 20. I'm going to have to reduce this before I hit submit. And then let's see, 2010. So my change in x from 50 to 20 is also going to be 30. So 20 over 30, if I reduce it, goes to 2/3. All right, slope of this line, again, the number in front of the x is your slope. So in this case, that would be 2. Whenever you have y equals mx plus b, the number in front of the x is your slope. So y equals 2x, in this case, plus 0. They just don't put it on there. The number in front of the x is going to be your slope, so that would be 2. Again, slope of the line passing through these points. 4 minus 3 is 1. 5 minus 9 is negative 4. So it'd be 1 over negative 4. 8 minus 15 is negative 7. 9 minus 1 is positive 8. And that should cover most of what you need to know for this one.